Hey, I'm Sonny, and I love playing shitty games, especially shitty free-to-play games. Something within me causes me to check the newly released Steam free-to-play section almost daily. I've played a lot of stinkers, and I'd like to save you from making the same mistakes I do on a daily basis. Welcome to the debut good game in 3, Warframe. I have to preface this before we get into it. I love Warframe already, and being a Warframe player, I know that the game has so many systems that I couldn't fit them all into 3 minutes, but I'm going to do my best to show you how sick this game is, so let's talk about Warframe. Warframe is a sci-fi third-person looter shooter, where instead of looting new guns and armor, you loot many different kinds of resources to build new guns and new Warframes. Warframes are ancient killing machines, and who you'll be playing as. There are 50 at the time of writing. They range from basic, like Loki, whose main thing is going invisible and deceiving enemies, to Mesa, the pistol-packing cowgirl that can take down an entire room with one ability. Warframes are crafted using resources you acquire on missions. To craft one, you'll need a blueprint. A large majority of items in Warframe require blueprints to be crafted. As the game is free to play, you will have to wait real time for the craft to complete, but this can be skipped by paying platinum, which is the paid for currency. This will feel rough for a new player, but stops being a bother when you've got a solid starter arsenal a couple of days in. And the game has a player trading system that you can trade items you find to other players for paid for currency, so you technically don't have to pay a thing if you've got some spare grinding time on your hands. Everything that is used in combat can be modded with a card system. This is guns, warframes, and even your pets. The modding system is where power progression occurs. You'll start off with some weak mods, but by playing the game, you'll gain increasingly powerful and versatile mods. Most players don't mod the same, because you can do whatever you want to your guns. Make them slow but one-shot things, or fire and reload as fast as possible. Personally, I just like it when all my weapons make explosions. You'll be gearing up your warframes to try and complete the whole star chart, and do the many quests along the way. The quests at the start are frankly not that great, but they soon introduce an excellent narrative that I'm still hooked on to this day. The star chart has many planets with varying looks, but all have the same kinds of missions. Kill all enemies, hold an area, rescue someone, etc. The reason I continue to play Warframe to this day is its movement. It is incredibly fluid and feels amazing to navigate the world. This is due to a mechanic called bullet jumping, where you crouch first and then press jump whilst crouched. Your character arcs and springs to wherever your crosshair is pointing. Bullet jumps can be done from a slide and whilst in movement and are infinitely chainable. This, combined with double jumps, wall running, and mantling anything, creates such a dynamic movement experience. They have 3 open world areas you can play in at the time of writing, and they're excellent content with some time gating systems that can get annoying if you're not in it for the long haul. One complaint I share with many other players is that the game has too many content islands. Cool systems and mechanics, but without any linking to the rest of the game. The open worlds are optional, but lock content behind their progression, like a hoverboard or a mech for your mech. There's even a spaceship flying mode called Railjack that's cool at first, but gets tedious the more you play. To get to the end and stay a Warframe player, you have to have a good sense of what do I want to do next, because you'll have one hell of a to-do list with the game's vast amount of content starting from way back in 2013. All in all, I fucking love Warframe. Let's just get into the pros and the cons. Pros: it's free. There's so much content. It's incredibly well optimized. It's got a mostly helpful community, good sense of character power progression, and amazing movement. For the cons, it's grindy, it lacks player direction and points, it's got a lot of content islands, it has the community nickname Bugframe for a reason, and there's a fair amount of time gating. All in all, I give Warframe a Mesa's ass out of 10.
Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out, my nigga.
If there's any other games you think I should try, good or bad, free or otherwise, then go ahead and drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I'm back to trying and failing to satiate my unquenchable RuneScape addiction. Thank you for watching.